When I first started making videos on things I wanted to see in a potential Dragon Ball Xenoverse 3, the first video I made was on 3 ways Xenoverse could fix the transformations. And now that Dragon Ball Xenoverse 3 is confirmed, I think it's time I make 3 more ways to truly make transformations perfect in that game. Also, that original video has like 22,000 views right now, so everyone who watched that video, thank you so much. That was like my first real Xenoverse video, and the fact that you guys really messed with it that hard, I appreciate that so much. That really helped me just go on to really want to make more Xenoverse videos. Thank you guys so much. Now, the 3 fixes I wanted to see in my original video were 1. More transformations for all races, because in Dragon Ball Xenoverse 2, there are 5 playable races. Saiyans have 6 unique Awoken skills, while every other race only has 1. Number 2 was making more unique and cool transformation animations. And listen, the Dragon Ball Revamp team has done an amazing job at this. They have so many short but really cool looking transformation animations for the characters. These could really be in the actual game. These are amazing. But even the actual Xenoverse 2 developers have done a really good job at having really cool new animations. We've seen Dragon Ball Super Broly. His just looks absolutely amazing. So movie accurate. Same thing with Restrained Broly. And even with the new Dragon Ball Superhero Gohan, his potential unleashed animation is amazing. And number 3 were the gameplay changes you get with each transformation. Examples being how Super Saiyan forms allow you to teleport with your basic attacks or even your charged Ki Blast. The Golden form gives you special Ki Blast. And Purification gives you a whole bunch of new things to play with. Now that was the first trilogy of changes I wanted. Now I can tell you about the second one. The next 3 changes I want for Xenoverse transformations in the big Xenoverse 3 are: Number 1, please give us the classic 4-slot transformation selection with our transformations for Xenoverse 3. From all the way back to Xenoverse 1 and even now currently, I've seen so many different videos of people talking about how they want to change the Awoken skills for Xenoverse, but they never bring this up. Xenoverse has always done Awoken skills in really weird and limited ways. In Xenoverse 1, Kaioken and Super Saiyan were super attacks and an ultimate attack, which is really weird. And they were also completely different moves. Xenoverse 2 did a great job of improving this because in that game we finally have our own Awoken skill slot. And the Super Saiyan and Kaioken skills are no longer split up, they have been combined into a single skill. Now this is a great improvement, but this is still so limited. If you want to use Super Saiyan 3, you can't use Super Saiyan God. If you want to use Super Saiyan God, you can't use any of the other God skills because they're all different transformations. Maybe you like using Kaioken, or Future Super Saiyan, or Potential Unleashed, but if you pick any of those, you're cut out from using any other form. But if we change it to be the 4-slot selection like Ultimate Tenkaichi, Budokai Tenkaichi, Sparking Zero, Raging Blast, you can just pick and choose whatever form you want for any of those slots. We can look at Sparking Zero Goku as an example. Now, Dragon Ball Z Goku has Super Saiyan 1, 2, and 3, but Dragon Ball Super Goku has Super Saiyan 1, Super Saiyan God, and Super Saiyan Blue. You should be able to do the same thing with your CAC. Maybe in your first slot you have Future Super Saiyan, in your second slot Super Vegeta 2, in your third slot Super Saiyan 3, your fourth slot Super Saiyan God, or you could just do anything like maybe you want to have Kaioken, Potential Unleashed, Super Saiyan Blue, Ultra Instinct. You can literally just pick any form you want and select it for one of those 4 slots. And this change would not only extend to other CAC races like the Frieza race, but also custom partners. Maybe under custom partner Goku, you don't want to have Super Saiyan 1, 2, or 3. You can just put on God, Blue, Ultra Instinct, Kaioken. You can just pick specifically what you want for each slot. This change would be for all CAC races, and I'm really hoping that Dragon Ball Xenoverse 3 does add a lot more Awoken skills for each race. I mean, I've literally made videos on each race that's in the game, and even the ones I want to be in the game, like androids and demons, on all the forms they could add, because I'm constantly hearing people say, these other races, they don't have any options for transformations. Yes, they do! Naming transformations for other races isn't as simple as it is for Saiyans because you can't just go, oh, Super Majin 1, Super Majin 2, Super Majin God. But each CAC race in Xenoverse has shown multiple transformations in the series due to being protagonists or antagonists. We've seen all these races have really cool forms or transformations in the Dragon Ball story. And we should be able to specifically choose which one of our favorite forms we want to use for our CACs or for the partner characters we have in the game. Now, that was only change number 1, but change number 2 is going to be tied right into it. With this 4-slot system, like the other Dragon Ball games have had for 20 years, we should be able to have different skill loadouts for each of our forms. And again, this is not some crazy new thing that's going to be really hard to implement. Budokai Tenkaichi, Sparking Zero, Raging Blast 2, Ultimate Tenkaichi, they all have this in the game. When the characters transform, they get different skill loadouts for each of the transformations. Even the CAC in Ultimate Tenkaichi has this option. You can change the Super Saiyan skill set from his base form skill set. There's no reason why we can't have the same thing in Dragon Ball Xenoverse 3. And one more thing before we move on, I also think we should have different Super Souls for each of these Awoken skill slots. I only say this because some Super Souls are very specific with the activation. This Goku Super Soul is only for Super Saiyan 3 in the Golden form. There's a couple Super Souls that only boost Kaioken, and there's even another Super Soul that only boosts the Giant form. These Super Souls literally won't activate if you're using another form, so to maximize the potential of each of these 4-slot Awoken skills you're choosing, you should be able to have different Super Souls for each of them. And if they do implement this, this would give them more freedom to be able to make Super Souls that are very specific to the form you're using. They could make an amazing Namek Goku Super Soul that only activates for Super Saiyan 1. They can make more potential Unleashed Gohan Super Souls. We already have an amazing Super Soul for Purification. Why not give the Golden form their own amazing Super Soul like that? And of course, we need more Super Souls for the future Awoken skills they're going to add in Xenoverse 3. And some Super Souls only boost certain types of damage. An example being Beerus' Super Soul. This Super Soul only boosts your Ki Blast. Now, this would be great for Awoken skills like Super Vegeta 2, which is great for Ki Blasters, but if another one of your slots is Super Saiyan God, it won't really mix as well, so maybe you want to have a different type of Super Soul for that Super Saiyan God slot. And for number 3, Xenoverse, please stop making transformations other characters. Stop doing that. I've always hated that from Xenoverse 1, where Super Saiyan God was a different character, Super Saiyan Blue Goku and Vegeta were different characters. Stop! Let the character transform into the form. Orange Piccolo should not be separate from Power Awakened Piccolo. There should be a base form Dragon Ball Super Hero Piccolo that transforms into that. Xenoverse 2 uses the exact same engine as Dragon Ball The Breakers, but in Breakers we have all of Frieza's forms that he can transform into, same with Cell. Why do we not have that in Xenoverse? Xenoverse, please. This Xenoverse 3 is going to be a very big game. I really hope they solve this issue. I've always hated this issue. I've always hated it. Especially because Xenoverse is really weird. They add base form Android 13, but not Super 13. They add base form Android 21, but not Super Majin 21. What are we doing, bro? What are we doing? Xenoverse, stop doing this, bro. Xenoverse is a game where Goku and Vegeta cannot transform into Super Saiyan God, Blue, Evolution, 4, none of that. Even Dragon Ball The Breakers lets you become Super Saiyan 4. But Xenoverse is the game where it's like, nah, we have the assets for these characters, but we're just not gonna let you transform into them. Like, that's so weird. Xenoverse, please fix this. Well, that is pretty much the end of this video. Let me know any changes you want to see in Dragon Ball Xenoverse 3 when it comes to how transformations work. I really do hope, like, usually, some of my ideas, I'm kind of just throwing them out there as ideas. No, every single thing in this video, I mostly want this to actually be in the game. Like, most of this stuff, I truly want this to be in the big Xenoverse 3. Really hope they do a lot of these changes. I feel like it would really help the game. I need it! Alright, I'm done being stupid. I'll catch you guys later. God bless. New videos coming soon. I will catch you guys later. Goodbye.